Hi guys, it's James. Welcome back. Today we are talking about how to make a lamp using fat. Any shallow container will work great for this lamp. We want a wick composed of natural materials. Cotton string is a classic choice, but it is good to put a flame to our string to see if it includes any synthetic fibers. Two of the strings I assumed were cotton for this project both ended up melting due to their synthetic cores. Not ideal for combustion. Getting a good burn out of a fat lamp has a lot to do with the thickness of the wick. The cotton string I had would only produce a tiny flame, so I decided to reverse wrap it to double its thickness. My design upgrade to fat lamps is utilizing pebbles to improve their structure. This size tends to work great. Putting a wick in a container of fat can work as a basic lamp, but it tends to burn inconsistently and needs to be constantly adjusted and relit. Supporting the wick with pebbles solves both of these problems. These lamps will effectively burn both liquid and solid fat from plants or animals. I'm running low on lard from my last pig, so today I'll be demonstrating how to use coconut oil in this lamp. Now's a good time to add essential oils if you're jazzed about that. If you have used oil, bacon grease, or any kind of fat that's become rancid, it can easily be transferred into lamp fuel. Liquid plant oils are very susceptible to oxidation and they go rancid easily. If your oil smells sort of like paint, it's been wrecked by oxygen and it's better in a lamp than in your stomach. A lamp with a wick this size will burn for a few hours. I personally like a slightly bigger flame, so I'm gonna take a strip of an old cotton shirt and reverse wrap it into a better wick. Any cordage I've twisted up out of natural fabric or wild plants will have small spaces between their fibers, and they've all worked well at wicking fuel up to the flame. A huge wick, of course, will give you a big flame, but deplete your fuel faster. Using a tall container doesn't work well for these oil lamps because eventually the fuel drops low enough that the wick can't draw up the fuel. If you want a really long burning lamp, it's better to have a shallow container that's really wide, and this will hold a lot of fuel at the same height for longer. Adding more fuel and replacing the wick couldn't be easier, and a jar like this seals things up and prevents spills in a nice tight package. If you like this sort of stuff, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.